Okay, so sorry about the silence. I was trying to get things squared away. Uh, while I wait to find out what the password is, let's go ahead and take a look at what the decks are going to be. Neojko, pardon me, is going to be running Seeker of Void Dragon. We're still kind of sort of in a Lost Papers meta. I look forward to that going away. But we do see a fairly standard Crab Splash. We got 3 Pathfinder's Blades, 3 Reprieves, and 2 Jade Tetsubos, so lots of big military numbers and shutting down provinces. Stoic Rival is kind of interesting. I imagine that's there primarily just for the rally. What else? Nothing else is standing out as surprising. Bonsai's, Let Go's, Hurricane Punches, Void Fists, it's all pretty standard. He is on Old Mitsu, so we'll be seeing a lot of his monk cards over and over and over again. Kiseki is running a Keeper of Earth Phoenix Splash at a KB. We see 3 backhanded compliments and Displays of Power, so we're going to be looking at a standard-ish Scorpion Dishonor. Not running out of city is going to slow it down, but it does have stuff like Hige's Sermon to buy some time, and the new hotness, Stoke Insurrection, which is a fun card. So it looks like it's going to be also threatening some conquest as well. Besides that, not a lot. We see Lost Papers, Season of War, and Dispatch to Nowhere. There are a lot of non-characters here. Hopefully that doesn't bite them in the butt. I don't think... Yeah, Neojko is probably going to have a more consistent character base just by virtue of running more characters. Let me see... Nope, they haven't started their game yet. How is everyone doing in chat? Let me see if I've gotten the password yet. Hello, Medalia. We have Scorpion and Dragon, so for once I'm not streaming a lion game. We've got, like I mentioned just earlier, yep, Stoke is on the menu. We've got Seeker of Void Dragon with Crab Splash, and Keeper of Earth Phoenix Splash. So kind of a updated version of the Dishonor deck. Right now we're just waiting for them to get the game started. And they'll be getting off in a few minutes, so we can just sit and reflect on what the meta is going to look like for L5R once, I mean, I guess right now we've got, things have shaken up a little bit. Pack 6 is finally out. Scorpion got some interesting new toys. It is going to look like Hachiko. Um, I imagine Stoke Insurrection is also going to be everywhere. I've watched a bunch of games though, and I've seen certain setups where Kachiko has done nothing besides be a stat stick. While we wait, let's take a look and do an impromptu pack review. How's that? Alright, what do we got? Where's the card view? Okay, so I've seen some interesting decks with Fire and Oil. Crab is dishonoring fairly interestingly, I think. I've seen that with recalled defensives and moved over to the box. Doji Diplomat is huge for the Magistrate Station on box deck. That seems to be going around. What else? Lion got this, Exposed Courtyard. Apprentice Engineer is Bob the Rebuilder. I like it. I like it. I kind of wish we were living in a post-rotation world as well, because then some of these cards would make more sense for their existence, and some problem cards probably would have gone away with that. Exposed Courtyard is going to be a problem. I like Sudden Tempest. Is a card people aren't looking at enough. It is, and I think something people are sleeping on it for is the fact that it's a conflict card. And it's got, I think, decent stats for a conflict character. Sacrifice effect means, yeah, I was going to say it doesn't need to be in a conflict, so you can swing at it with on a political attack, and then, you know, necromancing someone in for the defense or for your swing back. Weight of Duty, I like. I think it's going to be really interesting. I like that it interacts with my personal pet card of Blackmail, because I like that card a lot. Sudden Tempest is interesting. I threw together a really stupid Phoenix deck that's just entirely based around the fact of we're not going to play L5R. It's only going to be like 2 rings that you can play with. Yeah. So I built a really stupid deck with Keeper of Earth, running that out of Scorpion with Toshi Rambo and City of the Rich Frog, and Weight of Duty for Void Provinces. And with Stoke Insurrection, that card gets pretty good as well. I think the game is up, so pack review done. I got lied to, so we'll go back to what we were doing. I've seen Ganzu Warrior do a bunch of work. I saw Action Johnny play an honor deck that used him hilariously. Unbridled Ambition's a good province. Fire's not the hottest element for Scorpion, so it replacing Meditations or Abandoning Honor can give them a little bit more staying power. And it absolutely needed the Cannot Be a Stronghold province text. There it is. Just in time. Just wait for them to get kicked off. So, look at the province lineup. This is a little hardier than typical Dragon. I don't think Meditations is going to do a lot of work for him. Pilgrimage is going to be a bit of a speed bump. And here we have a fairly standard Dishonor lineup. No, I don't want to update my password. Let's go that and zoom in a little bit. And let's move this out the way. So I think we're going to see a contest of can Scorpion's reactive bows outweigh all the stands that Dragon has. Neat Master is going to have a lot of work here. I don't know that the Pathfinder's blades upholding is good, shameful's good, cash is good, so yeah, it's got some good things. We do see 2 Lost Papers flip on Dragon's side. That's unfortunate timing. And there's a Tranquil Philosopher with all the fate in the world. That is going to make the Dishonor plan a little hard. And since Kiseki is running Phoenix Splash, there's no rickety bridges standing by. C5 bids from both players. I imagine we're going to see... Well, Neojko has an unopposed conflict here if he wants it. That Alibi Artist is not so good on military. Chooses to pass. I'm going to apologize for any background noise you hear. I've got my dogs in the room with me, and they may lose their shit if someone has the temerity to walk across the street. Sneak comes down, steals a fate, which is good. Goes void, hopefully shortening the life of the Tranquil Philosopher a little bit. And he finds shameful, so the Tranquil Philosopher is absolutely going to stand in the way of that. Easy enough conflict. Neojko did gain a fate off of Seeker of Void. I don't think there's a whole lot he can do with that. Oh no, he went Earth instead. Now I assume he's going to go Void. And probably back to a Shameful. And I don't know if he's running Tessens as the attachments. So unless he has a Court Games, this province should be fairly safe. Philosopher comes in to prevent the unopposed. Probably looking for a Court Games here. Be really good if you found one. Not that the Doom Shigenja matters, but breaking Shameful's always a good feeling. We're going to be tied on favors. I don't know. Oops. Favors only matter for Kiseki. Neojko doesn't seem to have any censures in his deck. He has no cancels actually, since he's on Seeker, which can be a big problem because Scorpion is well known to have its blowout events. There's Tranquil Philosophy trigger. Seeing some people filter in, presumably teammates coming to support their. Yeah, taking censure away from Scorpion's a big deal. I assume there's Ancient Masters. Nope, just Tattooed Wanderer, so he couldn't have stolen the favor even if he wanted to. So here I think Neojko has to buy Yokuni, because otherwise it'll end up in the conflict against him. I don't know, but he wanted to buy Yokuni. Yes. That fire behind him didn't get big by accident. He stoked it. Air quotes. Puns are great. Oh, 5 bids again. No surprises. Hige's Sermon gets played to bow Yokuni. And Governor Spy gets bowed. Tranquil Philosopher triggers, spreads out some fate. Looks like there's a bit of a think or discussion going on. There's pass, there's the return pass. And going in military water. Presumably this is to force a block with the Tranquil. Finds Pilgrimage, which isn't great. Pretty sure he's got the bonsais to push through. Only problem is there's a favorable ground on there as well. So he's going to need a bit more than just a bonsai to get over. And there are no bonsais. So I guess he could stoke for a break, but that feels not great. So Kiseki just takes the honor ping. Taking a water ring off the table does stop Yokuni from doing anything for a turn. Goblin Sneak stands. Yokuni cocks the Tranquil Philosopher. I expect we'll see his ability move Fate from the air ring to the fire ring. So presumably he's going to go air here, which means he needs to go at Silent One's Monastery because he needs to break it because he's already gained his 2 honor this turn. Kiseki passes because all he really cares about is just stopping the break. If there's no break here, then there's a katana comes down. There's a dishonor to put him back to neutral. There's another katana. Void Fist is on the table now. There's another sneak and steals a fate. He is now 6 over Mountain Angle Castle. Sneak turns into Miyako. Dishonors him, so now it's back to not breaking. That was a very large force swing. There's a gut punch. I assume we'll see a forgery here, and we don't. Uh-oh, sad pants. Okay, so with this break, Dishonor is officially off the table. Kiseki needs to start breaking. Because he's, even with just what's on the table, Neojko is going to gain 2 honor a turn. Finds Meditations, which is a good enough hit. There's got to be a break coming though. There's favorable ground, so further denying the honor game. And no break. There's court games, so that Yokuni is now going to be a large problem. They're still going to be both equal on the cards here, so for shame to dishonor Yokuni, that doesn't feel great. but it's the world that Kiseki has to live in right now. There's Seal of the Dragon. Are we going to see another Void Fist? See, yep, we see a gut punch to the alibi artist. Things are not looking good for Scorpion here. So I assume Neojko's going to start looking for a Mitsu so that he has more Void Fists in hand. Favor continues. There's a good point. EBS does actually happen. Oh, 2 EBSs. Is this going to be the comeback turn? Yeah, but see, if I was Neojko, I'd probably pitch everything, dig for a Mitsu, and then just undo one of those. Speak of a devil, there's a Mitsu. There's also Lost Papers, which does nothing. The Geisha House is good, because that means as long as Kiseki can put a... If he does have Higeis, sure. We've seen one played, and he is running 2. Goes for an investigator instead. I don't know that I like that, actually. I think he needs one more body. Yeah, Mitsu plus Doomed would be good. There's a Master Whisperer, so I think Neojko has to buy a Doom Shigenja here. And he does. Okay, so he's not completely vulnerable to Hige's Sermon. Kiseki should pass and take the Fate, which he does. I expect more 5 bids. Oh, Kiseki drops his bid. Presumably there's an assassination in hand, which he's running 2 of. Fate's going to get moved around a bunch. Honor's going to get gained. Do we see the Hige Sermon? Yeah, I would 100% dump it all in water. The only issue is Scorpion's got a bunch of political stats, and if there's a defender in the way, it's not going to be the water ring anyway. Oh, there's a pass, so no Higeis. Void goes to Earth. fire goes to Earth, so Earth it is. You are correct. Leaving Mitsu in the row is a little risky with Stoke Insurrection. Just because it denies you that character. Actually, I don't think Investigator would have been worse because Stoke is going to cost money. The ripping a card will cost money. And Stoke does cost 2 with Spy, but that's still 3 Fate. And I believe the deck is running some pricey cards. That limits the EBSs, forgeries, displays, Tessens. Military Earth at Shameful. I believe we're going to see a Defend with the Spy. I don't know, but I like going military, unless he's got Tattooed Wanderers in hand. Does not look like he has any other kind of straighten. So if Kiseki swings back on Mill, then either he's going to get a free break or the Investigator has to defend. So Spy is laying the groundwork. Is Neojko on Hawk tattoos? No Hawk tattoos, so Kiseki might get himself a break here. Tattooed Wanderer comes down. That feels like it would have been better as an attachment, because then you could have stopped the Spy from actually triggering that ability. There's a Hurricane Punch. There's the Assassination. Oh, we got some folks to ban. Can I do that from here? Yes, I can. Problem solved. Assassination kills the Tattooed Wanderer. The response is a bonsai. And there's a for shame. Yokuni has been double dipping on Tranquil Philosopher. And he cracked Silent One's monastery on an air ring. There's a win. Kiseki gets some money for that. That feels pretty good. Yeah, he should actually be 2 higher. They've both been bidding 5. Kiseki did bid 3 this turn. So I think you just run this at Meditations, right? I guess he wants Shameful to go away. Yeah, that last conflict. Yeah, it is, but I mean, if you defend here with the investigator, you're going to end up forfeiting 2 provinces, I think. Because Stoke will get played if you defend, and there's at least a Mitsu under there, so he's going to be over enough to break. Okay, see a Tattooed Wanderer comes down. There's the Stoke. I think Mitsu is the clear choice for one of them. And then probably the Neat Master. The Mega Mystic could be funny to get rid of the seal, but that's yoink, yep. I do think Stoke Insurrection needs a non-unique clause on it, because there's not a whole lot of reason that named characters would be rebelling against their clan. Yes, our characters. And then it'll be with Kachiko, it's our events. With Kunshu, and calling in favors, it's our attachments. And Shosuro Actress gives you our dead people, and Shosuro Actor gives our living people. Scorpion wasn't designed as a red card. Just the vagaries of how that season went, it became a red card. Oh, we're also forgetting Miyako's Undertaking and Blackmail. Scorpion's been communist red for quite some time. Scorpion's always done well. So, Actually, here's a pertinent question given that COVID has fucked up this year's organized play. Does anyone know how the Tides of War, Dissension, and whatever vengeance cards are being handed out, because there were like 2 or 3 Koteis that happened. Are those going to be the collective points that determine everything? I like that, Tomoya. Scorpion should get its own display of power for Hour Rings, and then it becomes Legend of Hour Rings. Hopefully the cards are... I don't know if the cards are delayed. I have to imagine that they're printed by now, or soon to be printed. So I guess if they're not printed yet, they could be delayed. Anyways, to the game, we have seen the Tattooed Wanderer get a Pathfinder's Blade and Seal the Dragon for Mountain Anvil Castle. I think... Oh, Mitsu gets punched in the gut. There's got to be a cancel for that. Is Kiseki not running? He's got the forgeries. He must not be drawing them. I like the Our Stronghold idea too, Tomoya. It's kind of hot. Yeah, I did judge the Dallas-Fort Worth Cote, and the dials were all absolutely stunning. And I do like that that seems to be how they're doing the dials now, because I was also fortunate enough to participate in a store championship before everything fell apart. And because they're magnetic and Fantasy Flight managed to pay attention to the polarity, the faces aren't interchangeable, so you can get some nice color combinations. Dragon surprisingly won that conflict. I think it taxed a lot of cards out of their hand. And I think we're going to see the Void Ring kill the Governor's Spy so he can't do his shit again. Yeah, I think Dragon is ahead. He'll be ahead on cards here in just a second. He's baiting the Shameful Defense. And all the cards that are attached to characters are still providing value because they all have fate. Yeah, I didn't get any Kote mats. And when I was at Worlds, I missed day 2 by one stupid decision, which really stung. Because as soon as I fucked up, I realized that that was going to be the game. Investigator defends, sees the display of power, picks the display of power to go away. Kiseki cycles with Master Whisperer, hoping to dig up, I believe, a second or third display of power. There's a censure if it's been off all game. And Dragon's board is now wide enough to not have to worry about Hige's Sermon. Court Game stops the break. That is one of the cards he drew with the Whisperer, and it's returned with another Court Games. I hate those cards for that reason. And there's a break on Shameful. Yeah, that is some bad drawing. That might have been a premature discard. I also probably would have kept the assassination as well. EBS is probably going to keep someone turned sideways. Yeah. Hopefully he remembers to stand the Neaton. And he does! Yay! Yeah, I think pitching the assassination was also not great, because there's a tattooed wanderer there who's got a bit of shit on him. I don't know what else you could have pitched. Actually, probably the calling in favors. That doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot at the moment. There was some money on rings. It's not all about a broken economy in the game. There's a Raitsugu, and a Doomed, and a Swordsmith. Oh no, he did get rid of the... Why didn't he Earth become Sky? Oh, he bowed the Investigator. Okay. I don't think that was the right person to bow. I think Yokuni was still a better bow, because if he wants, he's still going to get the Investigator effect. There's another spy. Oddly enough, I think... Yeah, there's no reason not to. With a Tranquil Investigator and a Yokuni, there's no reason not to bid 5. Even if you do get low bid, you can fix most of it. And I think giving Scorpion the advantage to come ahead on cards is not great. Yeah, no, he needs cards. I don't like the Doom Shigenjabai. I think a Raitsugu would have been better. Okay. So that's the thing that happens. He does manipulate that from 1 bit up to 2. Yeah, I think... Oh no! Oh no! Oh! That's a bad time. Someone played a War Dog Master. That's... Or whatever the current bugged card is now. Is Kachiko bugged? I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh. that is a very, very fine line on how buggy things are. I like it. I mean, technically, it doesn't matter what pile it goes to, because you can't fish cards out of there as long as trading on the sand roads can't target them. I don't know if there's a definitive point for that game. I think that one bid from Scorpion was absolutely a mistake, and definitely put him more behind than he was, but I don't know that he was behind enough to lose it. Huh. Yeah, so then it, like, whatever pile they go to, it super doesn't matter yet. Yeah, I think you're correct, Medali. I think they have to redo. Dragon was ahead, um, but not so far that you could call the game. You know, I've just started playing IRL L5R. We're doing all kinds of, sensible yet incredibly frustrating things, like not handling each other's tokens or rings, and so we're having to double up on rings and everything, and it's a hell of a lot more fun than Jigoku is. Plus, I get to roleplay with filthy fucking Scorpion player I am while wearing a mask. But it's also a lot more fun to play my garbage decks in person, because it's more fun to laugh at the stupid shit with people than by yourself in a dark room in front of a computer. I guess I will cut the stream here for now and see if they remake. I assume they'll have to reschedule. No, you can't slap the person because then you're not following social distancing. And also, my store hasn't gotten Pack 5 yet, so I've been unable to actually play Stoke, which makes me sad because I really, really want to. Yeah, I will end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching. That was a very abrupt end. Hopefully they can remake and reschedule. And I'll see you guys later.